So much to talk about when we talk about African Cup of Nations 2023. Yes, sir, it will be happening live and direct in Ivory Coast, and yes, the time is January 13 when the Ivory Coast, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire, will be taking on their first, yes, will I call it the first prey? Talking about Equatorial Guinea. The first major tournament of the 2024 will be the African Cup of Nations. It kicks off January 13 in Cote d'Ivoire with the final scheduled to be played February 11. The Super Eagles will be looking forward to win their fourth title. Yes, and the final 24 man squad has been released, and we'll be telling you those players who actually made the cut and those who failed to make the cut. Also, in the year 2024, there will be the final of the Champions League. Without any iota of doubt, the Champions League trophy is the most prestigious title in European football. And on June 1, June 1, the final will be played at Wimbledon. United Kingdom Premier League champions Manchester City are the current holders and are one of the favorites to retain it on home soil. Interestingly, another English club, Arsenal, are regarded as contenders by bookies as well. Yes, the final of the UEFA Champions League will be decided on June 1 at Wimbledon in United Kingdom. With Manchester City, will they be able to retain the cup they are holding presently, or do you really think they are not fit to retain the title, the cup? Yes, sir, June 1 will be the time for us to know whether Manchester City will be able to take the cup again and retain the cup. Yes, and also talking about the 48th Copa America. And yes, next year 2024 hosts a lot of interesting events in the world of sport. There will also be the 2024 Euros between June and July. South America and Europe will host their continental competitions almost at the same time. The Copa America will begin June 14 and end July 13, while the Euros will also kick off June 14 and the final will be played by July 14. It promises to be a month of football festival for fans around the world. And also, yes, a lot of people are talking, yes, the legend talking about the JJ Okocha, saying that the African Cup of Nations ought to have been shifted to June to July, so that the continental football will be played at the same time. Yes, African Cup of Nations, you know rightly that some players who will be leaving their various clubs, just like the likes of Victor Osimhen will be leaving Napoli, why Mohamed Salah will be leaving Liverpool, and also talking about Victor Boniface who also will be leaving Bayern Leverkusen, and a lot of players are out there. Wilfred Ndidi will also now be doing it for Leicester City, and Kelechi Iheanacho. All the players that will be representing their various countries in the African Cup of Nations, yes, will be there. Their clubs will be missing their services, and a lot of people are saying that the African Cup of Nations ought to have been shifted to June, July, when we'll be having the likes of Copa America and the Euros 2024. But yes, we'll still be talking about whether the African Cup of Nations should be played January to February or June to July. Also, we'll be talking about another event that will be coming up in the year 2024, and we'll be talking about the 2024 Summer Olympics. The next Summer Olympics will be held in Paris. The event will run from July 26 to August 11. Paris has previously been an Olympic hosting city in 1900 and 1924. Yes, it's been a year. It will also become the second city to host the Summer Olympics 3 times. The other city is London. Also, another event that will be coming up in the year 2024. And interestingly, you will all be waiting for it. And who take the glory this time around? Will it be Lionel Messi again, or will there be another surprise in the world of soccer? Talking about the 2024 Ballon d'Or, one thing is for certain: we will have a new winner for the Ballon d'Or in 2024. It will not be Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo this time around. Luka Modric in 2018 and Karim Benzema in 2022 are the only 2 players who have won the award since Kaka in 2007. Next year, it could be any of Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, Jude Bellingham, Yes, sir. We can say Victor Osimhen of Nigeria can also contest for that glory if he actually continues what he did in the last season in the Naples team. But this time around, injuries is actually doing what we all know will always cut someone down at the prime of his career, just like the likes of the Dendadbu Amokachi. Talking about Dendadbu Amokachi, when he was rising, the injury came calling, and that actually ended his career. This time around, Osimhen got red card in his last game for Napoli, and also injury has pegged him down over the years. But we believe that Osimhen, if he can actually get it right there in Ivory Coast, talking about the AFCON 2023, if he can get the highest goal scorer of the year of that tournament, and also go back to his club and keep doing what he knows how to do best, he can as well be listed as one of the contenders for Ballon d'Or. Let's come back to the Nigerian Professional Football League before we take you to before we run through the list of the provisional 24, the final squad for the African Cup of Nations, and also we'll also be giving you the players that made the cut in the for the Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire. Quickly, let's talk about the Gombe United head coach Mohamed Baba Ganaru has attributed the team's poor run of form to lack of support from the state government. Baba Ganaru said the players have failed to deliver because of the fatigue from their poor traveling arrangements. He revealed that the team struggled to travel for away matches. Gombe United have recorded 1 point from 8 away games. Yes, what a very, I will want to agree that such is not a very good achievement for 8 matches, just having only 1 point from 8 matches. The Gombe United ought to have gotten at least half of the 24 points, but they just managed only 1 point, meaning that they lost 7 games and they only drew 1 in their away game. Physically, the boys are not working because of the fatigue, and that was what Baba Ganaru was saying about the team. Gombe United suffered a 2-1 loss against Abia Warriors at Umaya Township Stadium on Thursday, and the Savannah Scorpions, as they are finally called, dropped down to 14th position on the table following the defeat. Yes, this may likely be the talking point on the show today, talking about the Super Eagles 25-man squad for AFCON 2023, as it has been unveiled by the Super Eagles coach. The Super Eagles 25-man squad for the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire have been unveiled. The squad was posted on the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) handle on Friday. Yes, that was yesterday, and we have to talk about it quickly. Let's give you what the players that you should be expecting, who actually made a cut in the Nigerian Super Eagles. All we all are waiting for is that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, would they be able to actually get the 4th title just after exactly after 10 years, 2013, when Sunday Umba gave the Super Eagles of Nigeria that solitary goal against Burkina Faso in the final. Yes, Pesero names 25 players as Super Eagles seek 4th AFCON title in Cote d'Ivoire. 3-time champions Nigeria picked a team of 25 players for their onslaught for a 4th African Cup of Nations title, with head coach Jose Pesero settling for usual suspect in a roster that has 3 goalkeepers, 9 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 8 forwards. Captain Ahmed Musa returns to the squad after he was left out of the starting games to the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualification series, while South African-based goalkeeper Stanley Nwabili is picked alongside Francis Uzoh and Olorunleke Ojo. And I know a lot of people will not be it will not go down well with some people that Francis Uzoh actually made a cut, because a lot of people have named him as the flop of the season when it comes to goalkeeping department for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But the likes of Olorunleke Ojo and Stanley Nwabali who also made the cut. Yes, we'll be talking about the goalkeeping department, but I still know that Francis Uzoh will still be the choice number one for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 2009 under 17 World Cup star Kenneth Omeruo, the only other candidate in the team apart from Musa, who was in the Nigerian 2013 squad that won the trophy in South Africa, leads the defense line alongside Wule Strong Ekong. Talking about the vice captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, as well as Olaoluwa Aina. Olaoluwa, yes, he has been doing it well for his club, as well as Oluwasemilogo Ajayi, but people will call him Semi Ajayi, but the full name is Oluwasemilogo Ajayi. Yes, you'll be wondering whether the guy is from Ekiti State. Oh, we don't know, but we'll still have other players who will be doing it right there at the defense line. Yes, this guy, so good, so good. Yeah, his name is Calvin Bassey. He made the cut. Saidu Sanusi, Chidozie Awaziem, Bright Osayi, Samuel and Bruno Oyenkachi. Yes, one of the surprising player who did not actually make that team for the defense line. Yes, for me, is this guy Tyrone Ebui. Yes, a very good defensive player who is always attacking. Talking about Tyrone Ebui, he didn't make the cut to the African Cup of Nations, though an injury-prone player. Quickly we'll be talking about the midfielder. Yes, we call him Maestro after Austin JJ Okocha. Yes, there is nobody who has been doing the defensive work and an attacking work just like this guy. He narrowly missed out of two games that Nigeria played, the Super Eagles of Nigeria played, and actually that's cost the Super Eagles of Nigeria the maximum of 3 points, no doubt about it. Talking about Wilfred Ndidi is also back in the roast after missing the World Cup qualifying matches against Lesotho and Zimbabwe, and we are expecting him to adequately fill the striking force alongside Alex Iwobi. Yes, Iwobi is also red hot now and he is part of the team. Raphael Oyendika, Joel Ayodele Aribo and Frank Oyenka also made the cut. Musa, Nigeria record goal scorer at the FIFA World Cup final with a brace each in the Brazil 2014 and Russia 2018, is in the forward line alongside African Player of the Year. Yes, stand up for Victor Osimhen. Yes, he made a cut. Another Victor in the squad is Victor Boniface, who has been so red hot for Bayern Leverkusen in Germany league. Also, yes, senior man is also in the team. He made a cut. Talking about the senior man Kelechi Iheanacho, Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, Sadiq Umar, and Ademola. Yes, I'll call him Ademola Mesmerizing Lookman. Yes, this guy is so good, but he has not been able to replicate his form for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. All the 25 players will depart from their different bases on Tuesday, talking about January 2, to fly into Abu Dhabi, capital city of the United Arab Emirates, for a 1-week training camp that will last until Tuesday 9th January. The team will now fly back to Lagos, Nigeria on Tuesday night and then fly into the Ivorian capital, Abidjan, on Wednesday 10th of January. The Super Eagles in their quest for a 4th continental title will take on Equatorial Guinea on Sunday 14th of January in their first match of Group A before further clashes with host nation Cote d'Ivoire on January 18th. Yes, that will be a very tough game for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And Guinea-Bissau, that should be a walk in the park for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Nigeria will be participating in the African Cup of Nations for the 20th time. Yes, 20th time of Nations Cup, where champions are host in the. Yes, in 1980, Nigeria hosted the game in 1980 and won triumphant in Tunisia 1994. Yes, when the Super Eagles of Nigeria did the miracle of winning all their games en route, except the game against Egypt in their semi-final, and that was the only game. The legend, yes, his name is Rashidi Yekini, did not actually find it at the back of the net in that game, and the final where surprise inclusion, talking about Emmanuel Amunike, got the 2 goals that gave Nigeria, Super Eagles of Nigeria, the win at the trophy in 1994, and the crowned winners in South Africa in 2013, where Stephen Keshi, who was the captain in 1994, actually also led them in 2013 as coach. About the only player who has won the African Cup of Nations for Nigeria as a player and as a captain. When Cote d'Ivoire hosted the final in 1984, a young Nigerian squad led by the inimitable Stephen Keshi went all the way to the final before losing to much experienced indomitable Lions of Cameroon in a memorable final at the Stade Felix Hotspur Bulgaria in Abidjan. Yes, I know this time around, well, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will not be shy of the goal when they come to the final in Ivory Coast next year. Yes, quickly giving you the full lowdown of the players and the club they play for. Goalkeeper, we have Stanley Nwabili. We've told you earlier on that he's from Shippa United from South Africa. Yes, we also have a player who a lot of people believed fumbled, and he applied it straight for in South Africa. Yes, his name. Yes, we're still talking about this guy. I will give you the name, but it also came from Shippa United. But this time around, Stanley Nwabili is coming from the South Africa, and is flying straight for Shippa United. Also, Francis Uzo, all the way in Cyprus, Omonia FC, and Olorunleke Ojo. Yes, he's flying straight for Yimba United, Yimba FC. We believe that this guy can as well go on from there and get a very good club outside the country. Yes, after this Nations Cup, I know Olorunleke Ojo may likely not be there for Yimba again. And also defender Olaoluwa, I know, Nottingham Forest, England, Chidozia Waziem, Boa Vista FC, Portugal, Bright Osayi, Samuel Fenerbahce of Turkey, William Stroke Ekong, PAOK Salonika from Greece, Bruno Oyemachi, Boa Vista FC of Portugal, Kenneth Omero, Kasimpasa of Turkey, Oluwasemilogo Ajayi, West Bromwich Albion, England, Calvin Bassey, Fulham FC, England, Seydou Sanusi FC, Portugal, wide midfielder Wilfred Ndidi, Leicester City, England, Raphael Oyendika, Club Brugge, Belgium, Joe Ayodele Aribo, Southampton FC, England, Frank Oyendika, Brentford FC, England, Alex Iwobi, Fulham FC, England. I think that all the midfielders are applying their trade in the English, either in the English Premier League or the Championship, Sky Bet. And I know the question should be there because England, the EPL and the Championship, they have the same chemistry, the same kind of play. When you talk about style of play, yes, they are the same. And also talking about the forward, now we have Ahmed Musa, Sivasspor from Turkey, Victor Osimhen, Napoli SC. Yes, you call him the king of Napoli. Kelechi Iheanacho, Leicester City, England. Also Sadiq Uman, Real Sociedad of Spain. Moses Simon, FC Nantes of France. Ademola Lookman, Atlanta FC Italy. Samuel Chukwueze, AC Milan of Italy. Victor Boniface, Bayern Leverkusen. Yes, before we go this morning, quickly let's talk about who do you really think should make the cut that are not there, or who do you really think made the cut who ought not to have even gotten close to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Yes, the number to dial is 0806 522 6145. Just call us. Let's hear your view about the list that have been released by Ose Peseiro, the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Number again to call is 0806 522 6145. Let's have your take. Let's talk about the African Cup of Nations. Yes, that's the only fever that is coming up in January, and we call it AFCON fever. Saah Bailey drop as Pepe Ala make Cote d'Ivoire's final squad. Host of next year African Cup of Nations, Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire on Thursday. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
I'm Joshua from Lokule.
Okay, Joshua from Lokule. Let's have your take on the list.
I'm expecting this man, the name of this to be good now, but I cannot hear his name. Chukwueze, what do you call it? Eze is one of his names.
Samuel Chukwueze. He's part of the team. He made the cut.
Okay, maybe I know that one.
Samuel Chukwueze made the cut. Yes, sir. Because from the left or right flanks, there is this guy Samuel Chukwueze who always switch position, and actually he made the cut, and he will be going to the African Cup of Nations. Hope that he will replicate his form for his club. Thank you, Joshua, for calling in. Also, we're still expecting calls from other people. Let's hear your view about those players of yours, the favorite of yours that you think should make the cut that actually did not. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Emi from Akure.
Emi from Akure. Eni.
Although no doubt from about Ahmed Musa, he's a good player, but if service is not required again as required, there's no reason to invite him again. He's a good player.
Okay, yes, from Eni from Akure. Yes, Ahmed Musa, according to him, should not be invited. Maybe he was invited because of experience of what have you. I don't really know. But playing for Sivas Kasimpasa in Turkey, the guy has not been doing badly of recent, though we've not been hearing of him scoring. But Ahmed Musa, yes. But a lot of people who will be thinking that the likes of Odion Ighalo, who is also doing well for his club in Saudi Arabia, should have been invited, but it's not part of the team. We should give maybe what Eni is trying to say is that the new players and younger players should be given the opportunity to actually do it for Nigeria. Ahmed Musa, I guess we don't know what is going to do in the African Cup of Nations. Maybe for advice sake of, I don't know, but time will tell. Maybe he will be able to replicate those years. We know him to be a very, very, very dangerous player. Cote d'Ivoire, we're talking about. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you calling from?
Falana calling from Housing.
Okay, Falana from Housing. Let's have you.
It's a good list. We believe Nigeria have listed the best player they have. It's now left to the coach, to perform his own miracle. The only thing I say that Nigeria should not be expecting any miracle from Pizarro, because you've seen a lot from him.
Okay, is there any player you think should make the cut that are not there?
No, this one has been called, they are capable to win the trophy. But we are looking into the experience of the coach himself. So we are having the best player, but we are not having the best coach. But we wish them best of luck. On the issue of Ahmed Musa, for him to be called by a good one, the experience is there to motivate the young boys and to tell them what to do, to enlighten them. On the issue of Ighalo, we don't need to call Ighalo back because we are having best striker better than him. With Boniface and Victor Osimhen, I think we are good to go. So, like what I said earlier, now we left everything onto Pizarro to do what he can do. Play those guys in the right position they can play. At the end of the day, Nigeria can have this trade. So, good morning, Bob.
Okay, thank you, Falana, all the way from Housing. Yes, we have the crops of players who can actually do well in the African Cup of Nations coming from Falana. But do we really have the technical crew, talking about the coach and other assistant coach and other technical crew to actually bring out the best in these guys? Time will tell. January 13 to February 11. Will Nigeria be able to make or bring the trophy to Nigeria, being the fourth in for Nigeria Super Eagles? Time will tell, because of our time will not be able to go past this level. My name is Sunday Daramola. Quickly reminding you that devil is a liar. Resist him, he will flee from you. Bye for now.